Hey ladies, we're back. We're going to be talking all about today how to hit your first $5,000 months consistently and then scale it up from there. I'm really excited that I'm going to be introducing you to Lizzie, who is one of our mastermind students, and I wanted her to come in and share with you how she did it. Hi Lizzie, you're there. I'm just wondering if I can bring you on. Let me see. One sec. Say hello. It's not letting me do it. We're having some fun tech issues today, so just bear with me and let's see if we can get them to come in. A sec. Hi Sally. Hi ladies. We're tell you what, technology is not working with us, so just bear with us for 1 sec. We're just going to see if we can get this moving, which is not doing. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I really want to bring you Lizzie. Lizzie's watching. Add, here we go. All right, as Lizzie's joining in, if you've just joined us, today we're going to share with you how to hit your first 5K, make it consistent, which covers your bases, and then get into scaling it from there. So Lizzie, you just need to hit, I'm requesting that you join. This is just adding. I think you might have to tap on the screen to come in. So share with me what we're going to be going through. The reason I've asked Lizzie on here is I want her to share her story. So I want you to see what it is like to go from somewhere, which is not a great place. You know, a lot of us, we start our business, we feel like really passionate about something, but then actually to bring it on and scale and start making money is really, there's a trick. It's not a secret, but there's a trick. Lizzie, it keeps saying that you're declining the invite. I'm going to try again. Let's see. It says it's adding. Yeah, Sally, I think it's because everyone is on. Oh, we did it.
Hello. Hang on. Sorry, here we go. I turned my laptop off and here I am. Am I all squished or is that just...
You're a little bit blurry, but I've got like a massive face right now. This is like really close up, but that's okay. I'm just trying to push me away. Wow. Now I know how my husband feels. All right. So Lizzie, ladies, this is Lizzie. Great to have you. And thanks so much for being so generous with your time to share your story with us. I wanted to, just tell us a little bit about, where were you before working with us in the Wealthy Woman Mastermind?
Well, really not anywhere. I knew that I could write and I'd started my little copywriting business, but I was mostly just mumming. And I went to have a meeting with my accountant. We went something like, oh, isn't that sweet that you have such a nice little hobby? And then that really pissed me off and I realized I needed to do more than that.
No way.
Yeah, it was a man, of course, and the little happy little housewife with a happy little hobby, and that kind of lit a fire under me, really.
Oh my goodness. So we're gonna unpack this in a minute. So so you're a copywriter. So
Yeah.
just share with everyone a little bit about what your business is, what you were doing, and where were you? You say you weren't really far along. Like, how much were you making roughly a month?
Oh, I mean, not much at all. So yeah, I started my company Write It. I bought like a year ago, pretty much today. And for the first few months, I had no clients. I did one free job to try and start building my portfolio. And then my best month before that was maybe $1,000. And I was absolutely stunned that somebody was willing to give me $1,000 of their hard-earned money, which, things have changed a touch since then.
Yeah. And so what we're going to share with you today is Lizzie has gone from where her accountant was laughing at her, which must have been really like, yeah, you must have wanted to like hurt him badly, to the point now where your business is eating consistent $5,000 months. And what did you tell? So I'm going to share the story of how Lizzie and I actually met in a minute. But when I asked Lizzie to come on and share with you her story and what she really had to overcome and where she's going, and I said, let's share about how you're now getting $5,000 a month. And what did you write back to me? You go, $5,000 months are great, but $5,000 days are better.
Well, it's true. It's still a little like the first month was unbelievable that I could even hit 5K because I still, still mindset and getting into that zone of being like, okay, no, I've earned this, I've put the work in. And then, the next one came and the next one came and then the first 5K day came and I was like, all right then, all right, we're doing well. So the
Doing very
momentum's
well.
happened now.
Yeah, and there's been a huge shift that I've seen in you. So let us know, like comment or give us some love, like some love hearts or thumbs. Do you want to hear about how Lizzie did this? How did Lizzie go from, hey Natalie, oh great. How did Lizzie actually go from where she wasn't making really any money, her accountant was laughing and calling her a hobbyist, to now having $5,000 cash in the bank every month and then hitting $5,000 days? Who wants to hear about that? Yeah? I've got Natalie and got a few other going, yes, let's go. So for those of you who don't know, if you've just joined our group or you don't know who I am, I'm Sophie Musamechi. So I'm the CEO and founder of Real Entrepreneur Women. So we specialize in working with coaches, consultants, course creators, and service experts, just like Lizzie, to really wrap a real business around their skills, gifts, and talents and make it profitable. Get out of this hobby phase. I bet you can't wait to go back to that accountant now and go, well, look at my money now.
Be much, make it rain, right?
Yeah. And I love money. We talk a lot about money because money is energy and you can do so much with it. So, and this is Lizzie, if you've just joined in. So Lizzie is a fabulous copywriter. And so what we're going to share with you today is the gold roadmap to $5,000 months and to $5,000 days in the mastermind. So you're on track for what? Like over the next 90 days, what's your goal? Just in between now and the end of the year.
Honestly, I'm booked out to the end of the year. So essentially just making it to the end of the year would be good at this point.
That's amazing. So you're booked out, done. You can't even book with you.
No, I'm done.
So, that's incredible. So let me share with you, ladies, how I met Lizzie to start with. So I was looking for a conversion copywriter to work with myself and my clients in the mastermind, because part of the mastermind program is that every week there is a copywriting class where you can get your work in front of, and I needed someone who could write better than me. Like I needed someone that knew all about ads, conversion emails, social media, landing pages. Like I needed someone like that. And so I was looking for someone, and Lizzie was someone who had replied to a post that I had done. And when I met with Lizzie and I interviewed her, and the thing is that she said that, why don't I give you, I'll do a piece of work for free, right? So Lizzie was actually giving her away her work for free as a way of me to try before buying, for instance. Now, I interviewed and looked at a whole heap of different portfolios for this piece of work. And at that point, I would say Lizzie was one of the top two. And the price difference between Lizzie and the other person was over $400 an hour. This is how much. And when I told her this, what did you say? Your face?
I'm still embarrassed. I'm still but it's just what happens when you don't back yourself and you don't know your own value, I suppose, ultimately. Yeah. It's a bit different now.
It's very different now. And that's the thing, it's like when you're undercharging, you then or you're getting to the point where you might be charging a certain rate, and then you don't really have that sales strategy to enroll clients so that you can help them, but also so that you can make money. And then what happens is we start discounting, and we start discounting. Well, I'll do this for free just to to build trust with you, and we start giving away our work for free. Well, in the other hand, those that are serious about working with a conversion copywriter like yourself, like we're paying $500 an hour for that level of coaching. So, and I'm very excited now because, through the program, Lizzie has just grown so much and blossomed so much, and the income is a direct result of her taking action. Like you're committed and took the action. And now I've actually just hired Lizzie as my own copywriter. So she's working directly with me in the mastermind as well, and working with all of the women to make sure they have incredible copy on everything. So it's just been an incredible transition. You can't build a business on thanks. Absolutely, Natalie. I love that. I love that. So just share a little bit about yourself because, you know, how old are you? How many kids have you got?
I am not as old as I feel. I'm 34. And I've got two tiny tots. I've got a 3-year-old and a just turned 2-year-old, and so they've taken up quite a lot of my time and attention. And trying to find the balance between the two has been um, challenging, but equally, it's really important to me to see that they can do something that they're passionate about and succeed. And now, like, it's not just enough to be talented, you need to have a strategy behind it as well. So that's what I didn't have, and now I do. And so I'll be able to share that with them as they get older as well and start their own anything that they want to do, you know?
Yeah, that's
So
amazing. And you're married. You've got a hubby as well. How's
I
life
do.
changed for you now that you have your own financial independence?
Oh dear, that it. Admittedly, there's been a shopping spree or two since because, um, you know, uh, being not out of work, but looking after the children full time meant that I had no income, and so everything was checked. You know, and you'd have to ask permission to spend whatever, and that's not because that was the rules. It was just you felt like you needed to justify what you were spending. But see, when you're earning your own money and you have that freedom to do what you need to do, then it's just it's it's liberating, really. You know. Yeah, I don't really worry about what's happening on the bank statements now because I know I've earned it instead of kind of trying to justify myself, I think.
Yeah. And that knowing that, like you said, you're already booked out now for the rest of the year. The
Yeah.
knowing that's cash in the bank. Like that's done. It's a done deal.
Yeah.
How does
Yes.
that feel? Knowing that like we've got 3 months left in the year, you've got Christmas coming up. Like how is your Christmas this year going to be different from last year? Have you thought about
Well, I can't help myself. I love Christmas, Sophie, so I may or may not have already started shopping anyway. I just love like splashing the cash on the gifts. I can't help it because my kids are cute and they look cute in cute things. But it's definitely much more relaxing to know that it's not going to be a struggle this year. You know, it's done. It's covered, and to be able to look at the rates bills coming in or the car insurance or whatever, and instead of just going, oh, I don't know how that gets paid, Ben, I don't know what, don't worry, I've got this covered this month is or this year even is pretty exceptional. Yeah, very different.
how do you think it's changed the dynamics of the relationship with your husband? By the way, I haven't asked her. I'm prepped her on these questions. I'm just like, because I've noticed, and the reason I'm asking is because when that shift happened for me in my marriage and my family, and it was after having kids, um, it really changed everything. Like it shifted everything, the dynamics of the relationship. Like all of a sudden I was like, no, this is like I'm equal. Like there is no dominant. There's not that my husband's dominating, but you know what I mean. It was more about me, how I felt.
Exactly. It's exactly the same for me. Because my husband, he has quite a he's a dentist, so like he's always had that earning potential, and I've always seen myself as kind of less than, I suppose, and not on equal footing because in my mind I'd never had that potential to reach the same levels as him. Um, and now I see that my time is as valuable as his. Like, and again, not that he makes me feel that way, but it's how I saw myself, how I perceive myself as just not quite as valuable to the household and to the relationship, and all those things, the stupid things we tell ourselves that are definitely not true. And now it's changed. He's needed to step up a bit and do a bit more participating with the girls as well, and um, yeah, it's definitely been a bit of a leveler this year.
Oh, I love that leveling up, level it out. You do more of this, I do more. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. And every relationship is different, right? So whatever works for you. But I remember
Yeah.
having that shift. Let's talk about conversions, right? So let's talk about you when we first met, right? So it was like I'm looking for a copywriter. You were like, I can do a piece of work for free. Um, how how are you finding? How are you handling that whole process now? Like a you know, are people showing, like, are they showing up? Are they just going ahead? Because you've got a sales strategy that you're following now, right?
Yeah, well, for starters, they find me. You know, I don't look for people anymore, which is a really nice feeling too. Like, when I met you, I was charging nothing and assuming that nobody wanted to work with me anyway. You know, that was kind of my base level of my base belief, and obviously working with yourself and with Julie on mindset and self-belief has been amazing for that. So now, yes, now we have a structure, and I don't, truth be told, I don't always have to get that far down the process though. As I say, like when people are coming to you, they're kind of sold already, but that's because we have the marketing in place and we have all the beliefs out there, and the word is getting out, and then it's this repeat and referral, and on it goes. It just kind of snowballs once you have the right ideas in place, I'd say.
Yeah, there's this quote that I love, and it's that, you know, I'm just going to read it. When you have okay marketing, when your marketing is just okay, you have to be an absolute gun at sales.
Yeah, that's not me.
But when you, right? But when you have great marketing, great message, great, you know, how you're engaging with people, you only have to be okay at sales to get rich. And a lot of the women that we work with in the mastermind, this whole, you know, they've got this whole image around selling around like sleazy sales. And I talk a lot about this, and it's not, it's about soulful selling. But if you've got great marketing, that should do most of the heavy lifting for you. When people come to you, they're like, oh my God, I've got to work with Lizzie. Look at her, you know, they can see all of that, which is amazing. So, you know, like, I want to know, for the people who are watching, I can see you there. What do you like? Do you want some level of your own sales strategy or your own marketing strategy so that you can have these results like Lizzie? In a couple of minutes, I'm going to do a very special invitation for you, and I'll come back to that in a minute, and to see who wants to be the next Lizzie, who wants to have results like Lizzie and beyond, right? There is no limitation. It's like you can only be there or here, wherever I. You can like completely go on. And I've got a really good question I'm going to ask you. But this whole thing around selling, it's like you don't have to be good if you have a good process. And when you go into sales conversations, sometimes it's like, I've got a process that I follow. I just follow the process. I don't have to be amazing. I've got a good process to follow. Like, did you feel that when you were going through any of your conversations with people?
Sure, it's like having a big safety net behind you as well. You don't have to, like, what if they say this to work, so that you just calmly approach a conversation and there's no nerves in it anymore. There's no kind of cringing. It's just we're having a conversation. It's an opportunity for them to help themselves ultimately, and you're providing the opportunity to serve essentially, which, yeah, it takes the stress out of any sales conversation I've ever had from then on.
So if you're watching this, and you might be on the replay, hi Melissa, hello darling. If you're watching this or on the replay, make sure you do hashtag replay so we know. And maybe you've been with us in the group now for 3 months, or you've seen some of our other things, and you've been thinking about getting involved, but maybe just, you know, not right there yet. Lizzie, what would you say to those people now on the other side?
Don't waste your time waiting or wondering, you know. Like, when we started this, I wasn't anywhere. I didn't even think that it was possible, and now I wonder why I wasted any of my time questioning what could be done with the right guidance and the right support. And it's very supportive space, the Wealthy Woman Mastermind. Everyone's in it together and are ready to help.
Yeah. So get in, get going, don't wait. It's our mastermind is actually 90 days. So, you know, it's perfect time between now and Christmas to really change your life, change your business, set yourself up for an incredible 2021. We're talking 2021. That's crazy. That's crazy. So in a minute, we're going to do a Q&A. So if you have any questions for Lizzie, get them ready, and we'll stay on and answer them, pick your brain. But I'm going to do a little invitation first. And I want to know, like, if you want to become the next Lizzie, like, so if you where Lizzie was, where maybe you've got a little bit of a hobby business, but You just want to be able to really shift out of that and make money. Like, actually, because when you're able to make money, that means that you're able to serve your clients. So there's no good having all of these incredible skills and talents and gifts like Lizzie did without knowing how to reach your audience so that you can actually serve them and help them. And then you can hit your first 5K months, and then you can hit your first 5K day, just like Lizzie did as well. So, and we have all the systems, the strategies, and the support, which is the best in the world. Like, we go all in. You know, for those who don't know, like in my own results, we follow the same strategy that's allowed me to move my business from having an idea, and we're now fully scaling, and we plug all of those systems and strategies and support into you. Like, you're in this most supportive structure. So we're going to go through that. And what we do is we show you how to build a lifestyle business. So for Lizzie, who has now got the income coming in, now it's about, okay, we need to make sure you've got the right model, the right offer to allow you to not have to work all of the time. Because Lizzie went all in, and she did increase her prices because she was very much undercharging, but still there's only so many hours in the day. And so if Lizzie really wants to be there with the girls, one of the strategies we're working with Lizzie is really, how do you go from one-to-one, where you're working one-to-one with people, to one-to-many? And so that's the exciting shift that we're going through right now. Hey, Lizzie, in
Yes.
you know, Lizzie's becoming that coach, that trainer, that expert to be able to help other people with their own copy in their business. Because as we know, if you've got shitty copy,
Nothing else
not much
is
is
going to
going to
happen
happen,
for you,
right?
really.
So, and so we help you create what we call a lifestyle business. So this was like, how do you use your skills, gifts, and talents to really pull together a juicy offer that serves your clients very deeply, but whilst you are being financially rewarded, so you have the financial independence, just like Lizzie does. She can make the decisions in her life, in her family, pay for the bills if she wants to, go shopping however she wants. And how we do this is we help you to craft these really juicy offers that leave your dream clients going, oh my God, like, it's like, shut up and let me give you your money. I want to get started today. And not this, oh, let me think about it bullshit, but just like, let's get going. I want to work with you. Let's make the difference. And having, and learning how to master a sales strategy, right? Where it's not all sleazy. So if you want this, in a second, I'm going to give you a word. And I want you to put that word below if you're ready to become the next Lizzie and beyond, and really kind of scale it up. So, and then what's going to happen is, once you put the word in, myself or my assistant Mensch is going to privately message you, and we're going to ask you a few questions. We'll just do like a really quick diagnostic and make sure that what we do is the right fit for you, because we do specialize in working with coaches, consultants, course creators, and service providers. So we'll ask you a couple of questions just to make sure it's the right fit for you. And then we'll organize a session with me, and we'll go through and make sure that what we do is perfect fit, and show you how we get started. And then you can come and join myself and Lizzie to hit your first 5K. Like, I really want you to ask yourself, what is your goal for your business? Is it $5,000? Is it $10,000? Is it $20,000 a month? I mean, we've got clients in the mastermind doing all of those levels. So anything is available when you have the right strategy, support, and systems, as Lizzie was just saying. So here's what I want you to do. If you want to earn 5K in the next 30 days or more, I want you to comment, I'm next. Those two words, I'm next, in the chat below, in the comments below. Even if you're on the replay, write, I'm next below, and then we'll connect with you, we'll reach out to you, and we'll look at getting you started. We help women like Lizzie every day. But I want you to know, Lizzie did the work, right? This is not something where you just, you know, pay a bit of money and then it all just happens. Awesome, Sally, can't wait to talk with you. And it all just happens for you. Lizzie made a powerful decision to no longer treat her business like a hobby, right? She got the support and invested in her business. Yes, business takes investment. Just like your uni degree took investment, or school, or anything that you do, it takes a level of investment, time and money. And then she showed up and she took action with our support guiding her at every single step. So if that's what's involved, I'm never gonna like, it was super easy, Lizzie didn't, you know, it was just all done for her, right? We're there with you side by side though, aren't we, Lizzie?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You never,
Yeah.
you never like. You're not alone. It's like you can go by yourself. You can absolutely go on your own. But so I heard this today. You're going to pay the dumb tax at some point,
Oh
which
yeah.
is if you could go by yourself for a very long time and it's going to cost you, that dumb tax is going to be massively increased as opposed to working with someone who's got the results you want, who teaches other people and can show you step by step. There's some level of dumb tax there. We all had it. I had it. I worked with the best mentors in the world. So Lizzie, where
Yes.
you come from, right? Where you were struggling with your business. Awesome, Melissa. Where you're struggling in your business, right? To now making money and hitting $5,000 months, $5,000 days. What's your next goal?
Oh, I think actually it's not even a financial goal. It's actually to shift long term to be able to make the most of my time. So continue the trajectory of income and hopefully make it bigger and bigger and bigger. That'd be great. And then actually go into the teaching space so that I can free myself from the one-to-one and the time that that takes. So, I mean, we're on track this financial year for probably 100K a year, which is amazing. So, you know, let's top that. But yeah, I can't. I feel like it's greedy to shoot for more than that, but sky's the limit, really. Can't help it. If it's working, you just go with it, eh? I guess.
Okay, you just said then like there was a month where you earned $18 in the whole
There was.
month,
Yep.
and you're on track to hit six figures.
Yeah.
Has that like sunk in yet?
Not really. No. It's it's no. That's why I'm being awkward because it's just unfathomable, especially like that $18 month wasn't that long ago, really. It's just like a switch flipped and everything turned on its head, really. Um, so it's still a process of admitting success.
I mean, I'm getting quite emotional just listening and just kind of dipping into that, Lizzie, where what a transformation you have had. And and the whole team, we are so proud of you because you have not once made an excuse. You have just showed up, did the work, learned what you needed to do and applied it. And we're so incredibly proud of you. And you should be super proud of yourself as well. And thank you for being so open and for sharing all of this with everyone. And as I was saying, ladies, before, if this is what you want, if you want to go from struggling in your business, hobbying, having random clients, discounting, undercharging, giving your work away for free, hit $5,000 in a month, hit $5,000 in a day, be on track and know that you're going to hit six figures in the year. Be fully booked out like Lizzie is like for the rest of the year. If you want that, then comment I'm next below and myself or Midge will reach out to you. Now, remember, this is specifically for coaches, course creators, consultants, and service providers. Now, ladies, we come on live here every Tuesday, normally at 9:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. But because Lizzie has got little ones having a nap right now, we kind of worked it around that. But I really thank you there. And for those that want to get started straight away, this is going to be super juicy because you get started today, and on Friday you'll actually get in Lizzie's class where she says all of her copywriting secrets every Friday in the mastermind as well, and reviews your work and make sure that you get incredible results just like she is. So is there anything you wanted to, I'm going to open up to questions now, so if anyone has any questions they want to ask Lizzie, jump in. But is there anything you want to kind of wrap up with before we finish up, Lizzie?
A couple of things. I wanted to say I haven't even, in this level of success, I haven't even had the chance to enact every single thing that I've learned. So there's like so much more room for growth as well. So I kind of want to, besides that, like that's making a note of that for people to think, well, okay, so she's there, but there's potential for way more. So just keep that in mind. But also just to thank you for seeing the potential in me, because I didn't, you just kind of said, no, you're being an idiot. You need to do better. And I'm like, Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. And like it was essential to my development as a human being. Let's not even think about as a business person, but as a person, like I'd kind of lost my way a bit, like dedicating myself to the mum stuff that's perfectly necessary, and it needs to be done. And I love being a mum, but I'd lost my way, and you kind of steered me back into myself, and I can't thank you enough for that. That's wonderful.
Oh, my pleasure. And that's the one thing you can always get with me is just real upfront, no fluff, no BS. Tell it like it is. Yeah. And I'm gonna mention one thing. If I don't think there's any questions, but if there are, now's the chance to pop them in. Lizzie is so down to earth. So is Melissa, and that's really important in your business. Is just to be you, right? Like be you, be the most authentic version of you. There was something that you said before around, and I'm just going to bring it up and how we work with this during the mastermind. Lizzie said that she's on track for 6 figures absolutely this year. It's like it's a done deal. And the thing is, though, she said she hasn't thought about wanting more because she didn't want to be. I don't know if you use the word greedy or something in there around, isn't that enough? And I think that just on that, like you deserve to have more than you could ever imagine, and not just when it comes to money, but when it comes to love and health and relationships and fun and pleasure and all of that. Everyone deserves to have more than they could ever imagine. And having more is a direct result to the impact that you are making on others. So I'm just coaching Lizzie light here, but just so you kind of see how some of this works. Lizzie, I want you to now think about, like, I wrote out my 2021 goal today on my little, in my notepad, and I sat there outside with my cup of tea, and I just looked at this cover for so long. I just stared at it and actually traced my fingers over every letter for ages, and it says, dream big and never quit. That's what it takes.
Yeah,
So
does.
you now need to dream bigger and know
It's
that by receiving, like every time, like I have this thing, every time a new client joins, I do a big love heart with their name. And I'm so like, I'm so in love with that and with them and with the decision that they've made. And my results are directly aligned with the level of impact that I'm providing other people, and same for you. So the more you earn, the more impact you are making on other people. So now I want to see what your new goal is going to be. We're going to talk about that in the mastermind. Lizzie, everyone is really loving you and everything. And so if you want to be the next Lizzie, right, I'm next, and I'm going to be chatting with you very soon. Thanks so much, Lizzie, for sharing your journey and what it's like in the mastermind and where you've come from and where you're
no
going.
problem. It's been a fun chat. I'm glad to help.
And you get to meet Lizzie in the mastermind anyway, because she is one of our she's our head copywriting coach. So have an amazing day, ladies. I'll be back next Tuesday as well for our next session. But thanks so much, Lizzie. Much love to everyone. Big hugs. Much love. Bye. Thanks, Lizzie.
See ya.